Hello everyone, welcome to Barefoot Bootcamp online version. It's a mini version of what we do for the full hour in class at Rooted 956. We're only going to need one set of blocks today, and you're going to place them to the side of the mat to start. When you're ready, we're going to get our cardio going. So our feet are hip distance apart. We're going to start with squats. We're going to reach all the way down as we squat down, and as we lift up, we're going to lift the heels, reach to the ceiling. You have 15 seconds here. Go as slow or as fast as you like, but remember, you're trying to speed it up and get that heart rate going. Breathe in, breathe out. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come into a lunge. So bring your right leg forward, left leg back. From here, hands can go down and up again as we lunge, and then lift up, straight leg, down and up. Now you have the option to lift that left knee to the chest, balance as you lift those arms up to the ceiling. 15 seconds, down and up. Breathe in, breathe out. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Get ready to hold that lunge. We're going to pulse in that lunge. Now lift that right heel up. Pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shake it out and get ready to do the other side. Left leg forward, right leg back. We lunge down, reach the hands down, lift up. This was option 1. Option 2, we lunge down, we lift that right knee to chest, down and up. 15 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out. Check your form. You're pushing into that front foot and then lifting through your core to lift up. 5 more seconds, then we hold to pulse. 3, 2, hold to pulse. Lift that left heel. Pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Face forward again. Fingertips behind the ears. Right knee comes behind the left. Square your hips forward. We're going to lunge back. Curtsy lunge. We're going to lift right knee to right elbow. Lunge and lift. You're squeezing your core. You're finding a focal point to balance on. If you need a tap in between for extra balance, you can tap in between. We have 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and pulse. 10, 9, 8. Push all the way through that left foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Get ready to switch sides. So now the left knee comes behind the right. Same thing. We're going to lunge down, lift knee to elbow. Find your balance. Lunge, lift. Remember, you can tap it in between if you need to. We always have that one side that's not as balanced as the other. Keep that core tight. Keep breathing. We're here for 10 more seconds, and then we hold to pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Knee behind knee. Push all that weight in that front foot and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Grab a quick sip of water if you need to. We're coming down to the mat. So I'm going to lend Alli one of my blocks. So we're going to use the block and we're going to place it under our left hip. So we're resting our block on the hip, resting our left forearm down. Our elbow is directly under our shoulder here, and we're pushing into the forearm so we don't sink in. Our legs are straight. Now, if you have a weight at home, you can grab a light weight in your right hand. Our elbow is squeezing into the side of our body, and all we're doing with that arm is opening and closing. Keep your core tight, keep engaging, open and close. If you want to add the legs, lift the legs, squeeze that core, start slicing the legs forward and back. So the arm is opening and closing, squeezing those shoulder blades behind you, and you're slicing the legs forward and back. You'll hear us say it a lot in class. When you extend and point through the legs, it's like if someone's pulling them away from your body. Exaggerate the extension. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the legs. From here, our right arm is going to lift up straight to the ceiling, and then it's going to squeeze back behind us. We lift and lower. Again, if you have that weight at home, reach up with that weight and squeeze back. If you want to add that top leg, lift and point, squeeze, and squeeze it back down. Lift and squeeze. 10 more seconds, squeeze. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, bring them forward. We're going to lift the heels up. So our legs are going to open and close. You're trying to stack knee over hip, squeeze, and close. If you have that weight or without that weight, that right arm is closing and opening like if you were hugging a tree. So we tap the knees as we close. We open, squeeze back as we lift the knee. Close, open. Keep that core tight to balance. Make sure that you're pushing into that forearm so that you're lengthening that ear away from that shoulder. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get ready to switch sides. So you're just moving that block to the right hip now. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So your right forearm is down. Your legs are straight. From here, we keep that elbow into our hip and we're just closing and opening. Close and open. Now you can add the legs, lift the heels up, squeeze that core, extend, and slice. Point through those toes, exaggerate that extension. 15 seconds here. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep squeezing as you bring that arm back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap the feet down. That left arm reaches up to the ceiling with or without that weight. Squeeze it back. Reach up, squeeze back. Option to lift that top leg. Lift, tap it down. Lift, tap it down. 15 seconds. You're squeezing that side body. You're working that extension. Core is tight. Push through that forearm. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one here. Knees forward. We're opening and closing the arm. See Goldie in the window. You're going to open the knees and close. Heels are lifted. You're trying to stack knee over hip as you open and then close. Last 10 seconds before we stretch. Breathe. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come into all fours when you're ready. You can bring that block in front of your face here. What we're going to do is we're going to lift our hips up, bring our heart down to the mat, and reach those palms forward. So this is a resting heart pose. Keep lifting the hips up as you reach that chest to the mat. Push through the palms into that block. If your chest reaches the mat or your forehead reaches the mat, you can rock side to side. Breathe in, breathe out for 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, push yourself up to down dog. Pedal through the legs. You can lift one heel and then the other. Maybe twist side to side if that feels good. After that, you're going to walk your feet right behind your palms. Chin to chest to roll up slowly. Inhaling the arms at the top. Exhaling hands to heart center. Shake it out. You can grab another quick sip of water if you need it before we start our low body sequence. So we're just going to need that one block again. We're going to bring that block underneath our right heel. Now, if you have those weights at home that you used before, you can bring them, find your balance, to shoulder height here. And we're going to do minimal movement. So if you want to use the heavier weights, this would be the time. So we're going to lift that left heel up. Our feet are hip distance apart. As we squat down, we're gonna lower down, sit into that imaginary chair, and then we're gonna lift up, push into that right leg at the top. Option to lift the arms overhead. We squat down and we lift. So I'm gonna face the side just so you can see my form as Alli keeps that heart rate going for us. So when we squat, we push the hips back, sitting into that imaginary chair. When we lift up, it's a tiny little tuck of the hips at the top. We have 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, hold it down. We're gonna squat in, out, in. We're gonna lift, twist, come center, back down. Squat in, squat out, squat in, lift, tiny little twist, get right back into it. You have 15 seconds. In, out, in, lift, twist at your own pace. And every time you twist, it's like you're wringing out a towel. Twist deeper each time and come back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can shake it out really quick. We're going to add on. So after that squat, we're going to squat down. Now that outer leg is going to lift as we flex the foot. Option to lift the arms overhead. Come back to that squat. Lower, lift, squeeze. Lower, lift, squeeze. Now remember before we said every time we extend, she's acting like if someone is pulling that leg away from her. Exaggerate that extension. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick little shake. Last one here. I'm going to face this side so you can see my form. So it's kind of like a deadlift here. We have that left heel lifted. You have the option for weights or no weights. We're going to bend the knees as we lower down. We're going to lift up, straighten the legs. From here, that left leg goes back. Our arms are going to bend and then come right back to where we started. So we lower down deadlift, lift up, extend that back leg, and squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. We have 15 seconds here before we switch sides. So we go down, 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 lift, then straighten that left leg as we squeeze the arms back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Get ready to switch sides before we stretch. Move that block under the left foot. From here, we started with that squat. So you're centering that left foot. The right heel is lifted here. Weights or just your palms are at shoulder height. We're going to squat. Push the hips back. Then lift up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Push through that left foot. All the way down. All the way up. Breathe in and breathe out. 15 seconds. Go as slow as you want so you make sure you have that form. Push the hips back. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're adding on. So we squat in, out, in, lift, twist. Squat in, out, in, lift, twist. 15 seconds. Again, at your own pace. Sit back and deepen that twist each time like if you were wringing out a towel. Find that focal point. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Now we're going to extend that outer leg. So we squat, flex that right foot, extend. Option to lift the arms overhead. Come back to that squat. Lift, extend. Squat down. Lift, extend. Like if someone was pulling that leg away from you. Take a break at any point if you need to by shaking it out. Come into it for the last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Last one. We're coming into a deadlift first. So the palms face back with or without those weights. We lower down, bending both knees. Lift up, push through that left foot, tiny little tuck at the top. Right leg goes back as we bend both arms up, tap it down, come back to center. Lower down, deadlift. Back up through center, reach the right leg back as we squeeze, then come back. 15 seconds, and then we stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. You can go ahead, I know, and place the block at its highest height at the front of your mat. We're going to place our palms on that block. You can keep your legs straight or bend one and then the other. If you want to deepen the stretch, maybe move the block to a lower height. When you're ready, your right palm stays on the block, your right knee bends, left leg is straight. Open that left arm up to the ceiling and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Left palm down, left knee bends, right leg is straight. Stack shoulder over shoulder as you open. 3, 2, 1. Come back down. We're going to come all the way down to bridge position. We're using that block under the right foot, and we're lowering our upper body down. Now, option 1, all you're going to do here is lift to bridge, push through those heels, and lower down. Option 2, you're going to lift that left leg as you lift up all the way up to the ceiling, and as you hover down, don't touch, bend the left knee. So we point to the ceiling, and then we bend and hover down. Point, lift, bend and hover. We're here for 15 seconds. Push through that entire right foot into that block. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest. Breathe and reset. We're going to bring that block to the center before we switch sides. The soles of our feet are pushing in together. Our knees are open and out. Now we're going to push through the sides of our feet as we lift the hips up, squeeze at the top, then lower down in 3 counts. Lift up in 3 counts, squeeze, lower down for 3 counts. 15 seconds. Up, 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 down, down, down. Keep pushing into the sides of the feet. Keep pushing the feet together. Work those inner thighs. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. Get ready to switch to that left foot. So left foot is on the block. We're coming up to bridge. Option 1 was just to lift and lower. Option 2, extend that right toe to the ceiling and then bend and hover as you lower down. Lift and lower. We're here for 15 seconds. Push that entire left foot into that block and then hover down. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Both feet on that block in the center again. This time both feet come down. We're going to lift up to the top, squeezing the knees and ankles together. We're going to lower down and come around to the right, lower down and come around to the left. So you're creating a half circle to the right, lift up, and then lower down, half circle to the left, lift up. You're squeezing the glutes at the top. You're pushing through those feet. You have 10 seconds left here before we stretch. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Go ahead and bring that right ankle over the left knee for a figure 4 stretch. Push that right knee away from your body. Flex that right foot. You can rock side to side here, opening that hip, Or you can bring your hands through that leg, bring that left knee towards your chest as you keep pushing that right knee away from the body. Breathe and stretch for 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, switch sides. Whatever you did on one side, match on the other. Flex that left foot, push that left knee away. If you went side to side, go side to side. If you thread it through, bring that right knee into the chest. Breathe into the stretch for 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. We're going to go all the way down to our bellies here. We're going to work our back core and then our front core, and we're done. So you can place the block in front of you for this one. Come all the way down. And we're going to grab that block with our palms. So for the first one, only our upper body is moving. As we exhale, we're going to lift, squeeze that block up, squeeze that upper body, and then release. 15 seconds here. Lift, squeeze, and release. So just like before, try and come up and down in 3 counts each. So up, 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 down, down, down. Lift, 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 lower, lower, lower. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now rest the upper body. Bring that block between the ankles. Squeeze it tight. We're going to do the same thing, but with the lower body. So just that lower body is going to lift, 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 lower, lower, lower. Lift, 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 lower, lower, lower. Breathe in and out. 15 seconds. Last 10, 9, 8. Keep squeezing. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move that block to the side. We're going to bring our fingertips behind our ears. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together again so our knees are open to the side, our hips are open. We're going to lift up for 3 counts, squeeze arms and legs at the top. Lower down, arms and legs out to a letter X. Lift up, squeeze for 3. Lower down. Alternate each one. Bend and lift. Lower, extend and lift. And lower. Now notice Alli's form here. She's lifting as high as she can, and then she's resting, and then coming right back into it. We're here for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come into wisdom pose. So we're going to push our hips back. Knees are open. Reach those arms forward. Push into those palms. Breathe into the stretch for 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, we're working our front core, and then we're done. Almost there. So go ahead and come to a seated position. Bring that block to the very front of your mat. Now I'm going to show you 2 options. Option 1, your legs are in a letter V, and you're either on your palms or on your forearms. You're going to tap right ankle to left, working your low core to lift up, and then left to right. Option 2, both legs at the same time. Use that low core to lift over that block and then hover down. Lift over that block and hover down. Either on your forearms or on your palms. You're here for 15 seconds. Crunch and lift, tap. Crunch and lift, tap. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab that block, lower down onto your back. We're going to slice the legs again. So point both toes up to the ceiling. Now you're going to slice right leg down, then alternate left leg down. This is option 1. Option 2, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Grab that block and bring it around and over as you slice. 15 seconds. Take it at your own pace. You're pushing yourself, but if you really need a break to check in with that form, bring your knees to your chest and then come right back into it for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Last one here. Place that block between the ankles again. Come back to either your palms or your forearms, opening the chest. From here, you're squeezing the ankles together so you can open and close the knees. Then extend that block out in front of you and crunch it and exaggerate the crunch. Come back to neutral. Knees open, close, extend, bend and crunch. You really have to squeeze that block so that it doesn't drop. Kind of like the hacky sack part of, what is it? Not Never Been Kissed with him. Yeah. When he can't drop it, it's the same thing and it drops so easy. So she's all that. She's all that. Yeah. If you haven't seen this, you're too young to be watching this. Don't drop it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees to the chest. Bring that block over the shins. Look right, look left. Catch your breath. And whenever you're ready, we're going to use that block to stretch. So come back to bridge position, lift the hips, and place that block under right at the very start of the cushiony part of your butt, of your bottom. So from here, you can keep the knees bent, maybe just rock a tiny bit side to side. If it feels good, you can extend one leg and then the other, opening the hips, opening that front core that we just worked. Breathe into that stretch again. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, bend the knees. Push through your feet to lift up, remove that block, and this time place that block at the base of the neck. So at that cushiony part of the very bottom of the head, right where it meets the neck. You can rock your head side to side, massaging that lower part of your head. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe windshield wipers with the legs, one way and then the other way. You guys did it. You completed your mini class. Hope you have a great day and hope to see you in the studio. Bye. And thank you, Alli, for being the best demo and knowing the 90s references. 90s, 2000s? 90s, I think so.